Before Led Zeppelin became the thunderous titans of rock, before the mystique, before the mythology, and the mania, they were just four guys looking to plug in, crank up, and blow the roof off of 1969. Led Zeppelin I wasn't just a debut album, it was a systemic event. This wasn't your older brother's blues rock. This was blues weaponized, supercharged with jet fuel and filtered through the primal shriek of Robert Plant and the sorcery of Jimmy Page. The album opens with Good Times, Bad Times, a deceptively constant thunderbolt. Bonham is already announcing himself like a Norse god on the warpath. Those machine gun triplets on the bass drum still making drummers cry into their hi-hats. And that riff, it's like Page is saying, "Hi, yes, I'm about to change the world with this guitar. I hope that's okay." Then comes Baby I'm Gonna Leave You, a haunted folk ballad that shatters into banshee screams and furious power chords. The dynamic shifts are so violent they should come with a seatbelt. It's Zeppelin establishing their ethos early. Delicate beauty and brute force don't cancel each other out, they amplify one another. Side A keeps the engines roaring with You Shook Me, a blues cover so swampy and so heavy it's like trudging through molasses in a thunderstorm. The call and response between Plant's voice and Page's guitar is just downright primal, like two beasts wailing under a full moon. Dazed and Confused follows like a slow-motion acid trip. Page's bowed guitar solo sounds like a whale being exercised in deep space. And when the band locks into like a galloping groove halfway through, it feels like the soundtrack to a psychic breakdown in the best way possible. Flip the record and Your Time Is Gonna Come greets you with a church organ of all things before settling into a soulful groove about romantic betrayal. Zeppelin would write better songs later, but few were as heartfelt as this one. Then Black Mountain Side appears like a mystical interlude in a desert dream. Page's acoustic playing filtered through Indian model scales and tableau drums. It's brief but hypnotic. Communication breakdown kicks the door back in. It's punk before punk existed. 2.5 minutes of caffeinated fury with Plant howling like his hair's on fire and Page soloing like he's fighting off a swarm of bees. I Can't Quit You Baby dips back into traditional blues, but Zeppelin doesn't play the blues, they attack it. And then it all ends with How Many More Times, a sprawling, shape-shifting epic that stitches together everything that they were: psychedelic, bluesy, luxurious, loud, and utterly uncontainable. Led Zeppelin I is the sound of four musical outlaws smashing together tradition and rebellion into something entirely new. It's raw, heavy, cocky, and alive with possibility. Sure, they would go on to refine and expand their sound, but there's something sacred about this debut. It's messy and dangerous in all the right ways. You don't just listen to this album, you feel it in your chest, in your gut, in your libido. This is rock and roll stripped of pretense and pumped full of electricity. Zeppelin didn't just knock on the door with this one. They kicked it off the hinges and set the house on fire. So if you haven't listened to this album, check it out. Let me know what you